Kamalamari Nakyam Abhutashinam Navita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhinam Visavaditam Naraharirutam Jai Jagarisha Hare Jai Jagarisha Hare Jai Jagarisha Hare Bhagavad Gita Hari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Bhagavad Gita Hari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Nrsimhare, 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 Jaya Nrsimhare. Jaya Narahari, 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 Jaya Narahari. Jaya Bhakta Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Hare Bhagavan ki, Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki, Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Bol. Om Puraya Krishna Murti. Imana Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namana Namaste Saraswati Deva Guravani Viracharina Nirvishesha Shunamari Bhacharti Rishtarite. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jana Balaba Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaradhari Jana Balaba Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaradhari Rasuranandana Radhe Jana Jana Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jairatna Madhava Punjabihari Jairatna Madhava Punjabihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yamunatiravanachari Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Vishnupat Paramamsa Parivrajacharya Satarasata Shishiman is Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Asatarasata Shishiman is Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Saranta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavan Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Sako Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Gaura Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radhe Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radhe Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Madhura Dham Ki Jai. Navari Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Turustev Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Kanantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Nidai Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol. All glory is to the Sambhadavaris. Hare Krishna. All glory is to the Sambhadavaris. Hare Krishna. All glory is to the Sambhadavaris. Hare Krishna. All glory is to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glory is to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Sai Bodhi Nada Bhakti Vedanta. Namaste Saraswati Surabhadhi Hare Krishna, dear friends. So I'll take the attendance. Thank you, Gorik, for the stars. Please type Hare Krishna if you're watching. Don't be shy. Hare Krishna. Please say Hare Krishna. Paul, Hare Krishna. John, Hare Krishna. John, Patricia, Ricardo, thank you for purchasing Teachings of La Buddha from the Vedic point of view. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Hope you enjoy the reading. These are all compiled from Srila Prabhupada's Vani, mixed together by my low-class self. Hope you enjoy it. Yes, I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord. They're just like desire trees who can fulfill the desires of everyone. And they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Such a beautiful prayer. Deep, oh deep, Hare Krishna. Marine, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Marine, for coming. So nice. Sanjay Bunwari, Hare Krishna. Rajib, another stalwart Bliss live stream viewer, Rajib Prabhu, Hare Krishna. John, yes. Lisa, long time no see, Lisa. How are you? Hare Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu. Patricia is wishing Hare Krishna to everyone. Danieli later, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, very nice. Okay, Prabhus. So, we're reading from the Bhagavad Gita as it is. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, first chapter, text 41. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Sandrabhanga. Sankaro Narakaiva Kula Gnanam Kulasya Cha Patanti pitarohi esham. Lupta pindodaka kriyaha. Haida. Sankaro narakaiva. Kulagnanam kulasya cha. Patanti pitarohi esham. Lupta pindodaka kriyaha. Sankaro narakaiva. Kulagnanam kulasya cha. Patanti pitarohi esham. Lupta pindodaka kriyaha. Sankaro narakaiva. Kulagnanam kulasya cha. Patanti pitarohi esham. Lupta pindodaka kriyaha. Where's Dora, Mataji? Where's down? Sankara, such unwanted children. Narakaya, make for hellish life. Eva, certainly. Kulagnanam, for those who are killers of the family. Kulasya, for the family. Cha, also. Patanti, fall down. Pitaraha, forefathers. He, certainly. Esham, of them. Lupta, stopped. Pinda, of offerings of food. Udaka, and water. Kriyaha, performances. Translation. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna to Fenella. According to the rules and regulations of fruitive activities, there is a need to offer periodical food and water to the forefathers of the family. This offering is performed by worship of Vishnu because eating the remnants of food offered to Vishnu can deliver one from all kinds of sinful reactions. Sometimes the forefathers may be suffering from various types of sinful reactions, and sometimes some of them cannot even acquire a gross material body and are forced to remain in subtle bodies as ghosts. Hare Krishna Sima. Thus, when remnants of prasadam food are offered to forefathers by descendants, the forefathers are released from ghostly or other kinds of miserable life. Such help rendered to forefathers is a family tradition, and those who are not in devotional life are required to perform such rituals. One who is engaged in the devotional life is not required to perform such actions. Simply by performing devotional service, one can deliver hundreds and thousands of forefathers from all kinds of misery. It is stated in the Bhagavatam, Devarishi bhutapta nanam pitranam naking karunayam nani charajan sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam gatamukundam parihirtyakartam. Anyone who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, the giver of liberation, giving up all kinds of obligation, and has taken to the path in all seriousness, owes neither duties nor obligations to the demigods, sages, and general living entities, family members, humankind, or forefathers. Such obligations are automatically fulfilled by performance of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Agyantarinandasya Jnana Jana Shalakyam Chakshunan Minitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual masters, Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes. With the torchlight of knowledge, I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So Arjuna is further elaborating on the consequences of war between these two armies, between these two families. He points at the fact that if the soldiers on the other side are killed, the women will be unprotected. And from unprotected women comes Dora Mataji?
Yes.
What is it? What is coming? Unprotected women?
Yeah.
What does Arjuna say?
Unwanted population.
Unwanted population. Very good. Yes. Varna Shankara. And from Varna Shankara, the neglect of religious duties comes about. Actually, people don't understand what is the purpose of sex life. Although they talk about sex life so many times, there's the Sigmund Freud and so many, sex scientists, so many books are published about sex life. And nowadays also they're studying very scientifically homosex, very, very important subject matter nowadays. And trans-sex and this sex. They don't know what is the purpose of sex life. What is the purpose of sex life? Anybody knows? Brahmacharis, they don't know. That's very good. Yes? You don't want to be brahmachari anymore. Maitreya?
Purpose of sex life?
Yes.
Well, the standard answer is reproduction of Krishna conscious children.
Why you need children? There's no need of children.
I know.
Yes?
Because if you don't manage to achieve perfection in life, so then your son, he becomes pure devotee and he takes you back to Goloka.
That is the right answer. Very good. Yes, very good. That is the right answer. Sex life is the root cause of our material existence. If you say this is the most bitter pill to swallow. So everybody will hate you. When you speak like this, the whole world will hate you because the whole world, all the conditioned living entities, they came here for this purpose. To enjoy sex life, either grossly or subtly. That sex life means, I am the Lord and Master. This is the original sex desire. I want to be the Lord and Master. So then it exhibits subtly. I want to be famous. I want to be worshipped. I want to be recognized as distinct personality. Or then grossly as sex desire. So we must become completely purified from this sex desire. This is absolutely necessary. If you think you can cheat, there's no chance. You cannot. You contradictory in your desires. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, you contradict. He says, you contradictory in your... It's just like you're trying to ignite a fire and you're putting water at the same time. So a person who does like that, he's not really serious about igniting the fire. Okay, so the sex desire is compared to an itch. If you have an itch, if you scratch it, then it itches even more. So the Vedas, they recommend, they instruct to tolerate this sex desire. Do not act on it. And not just check it, but purify it. Srila Prabhupada, he explains in the 3rd chapter. Maybe you know this purport. The all sinful enemy of the world. What is that all sinful enemy of the world? Lust, yes. Kama esha krodha esha. Rajoguna samudbhava. Ma shano mahapapma viri enam iha bairinyam. It is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. Prabhupada explains, when a living entity comes in contact with the material creation, his eternal love for Krishna, the real love, is transformed into lust in association with the mode of passion. Or in other words, the sense of love of God becomes transformed into lust, as milk in contact with sour tamarind is transformed into yogurt. Then again, when lust is unsatisfied, it turns into wrath. Wrath is transformed into illusion, and illusion continues the material existence. Therefore, lust is the greatest enemy of the living entity, and it is lust only which induces the pure living entity to remain entangled in the material world. You see, the root of all material existence. So the impersonalists, they try to completely say, oh, finish. No love. No sex, no love, no feelings, no relationship, no ego. They're very fond of killing the ego. You have this ego. When we say, Krishna is the Supreme Personality, He's the greatest, it's all, you have ego. They have this ego reflex. So, that will not be successful. You cannot simply cut. Just like Prabhupada gives this famous example, that let's say you have a cataract in the eye, the disease of the eye. So you go to a doctor, and he says, okay, I will help you with the cataract. I will cure the cataract. He takes a spoon and plucks out the eye. So, do you have still cataract? No, but I cannot see. What is the use of that? Don't pluck out the eye. You must purify the eye. So, this lust is actually, this sex desire, believe it or not, is love of God. The sex desire is love of God, but it acts pervertedly in the association or the mode of passion. Just like rainwater, when it comes to the ground, it becomes mixed with mud, then it becomes dirty water. But when you have this process of how to distill the water, you can bring it back to the original, pure state. So this is Krishna consciousness. This is what we're practicing here. Take that lust, take that sex desire, gross, subtle, whatever it is, and get it through the filter of sadhana. Purify it, direct it properly, Krishna, in a nice way. This is the process of Krishna consciousness. It's not a denial. People have this great misunderstanding that we're artificially renouncing, we're fanatics, we're trying to deny the world, we're escapists, and so on, so on. No, not at all. We're trying to take whatever is there, because sex desire is also coming from Krishna, janmadhiya sayata, and use it properly. Just like a knife can be used for killing, a knife can be used also for cutting nice sabji for Krishna and offering with love and devotion. It is not the fault of knife. It is the fault of your rascal usage of that knife or wife. You must know how to use sex life. So, the best is to remain brahmachari for life. Anybody wants to be brahmachari for life? Very good. Very good. Only one, see? Manusyanam sahasresu kaschid yatati siddhaya. Amongst many thousands of men, hardly one is trying for perfection. And out of those who trying, hardly one knows Krishna in truth. This is very rare. Most of the brahmacharis, they will marry. So, and then it's not the end of the world. Then use your marriage situation to beget a child. Very good. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, lifelong Naishtika Brahmachari. The spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He was so strict. And when his young disciple, wife of Dr. Kapoor, Adi Keshava Prabhu, she asked, oh, Guru Maharaj, can I ask you something? He said, yes, you can ask. No, but I want to ask you privately. He said, no, I cannot. She was just like his daughter. 19, 20 years old. He was 60 years old. There was not very good probability of a relationship. But still, Bhaktisiddhanta said, no, I cannot break the rules of social conduct. So you must ask me in front of everyone. But that same Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said, I can have sex life 1,000,000 times. 1,000,000 times I can have sex. Very nice sex I can have. Yes. Bring some woman. Let's go. If I can make that child a Mahabhagavat devotee. Srila Prabhupada says that is not very probable. That doesn't happen so easily. The Mahabhagavats are dropping from the sky. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta is pointing to the principle. Nirbande Krishna Sambande Yuktai Vargiya Uchyate. Everything is coming from Krishna. Everything can be used for Krishna. You must know the process. If you don't know the process, then you better stay aloof. But if you know the process, then everything is very easy. So this impersonalism, that is a disease condition. For those who are diseased, they have to keep aloof from the objects of sense gratification for the time being. Just like when you're diseased, right? You cannot eat solid food. That is for a reason. But devotee is not a diseased person. Devotee is fully recovered, healthy person because he's acting for Krishna. Everything for Krishna. So Arjuna, just so you understand, he's pointing out that the pinda will be finished. Pinda is the offering to the ancestors. See, 5,000 years ago, the Vedic system was fully active. Everything was working. There was demigod worship. There were the jnanis. There were the meditators. Everything was going on. Because the whole society was Vedic society. So all classes of men, they could be engaged somehow or other on a gradual, progressive advancement to spiritual perfection. But nowadays everything is topsy-turvy. The whole society is used for sense gratification. There is no idea of Vedic standard or Vedic perfection. Everything is for sense gratification. The whole world. I was just watching. Nowadays, they're shifting from globalization, economic system, to back to nationalistic economy. It doesn't pay off anymore. So everything is based on money. The whole world is run on financial terms. Who makes more money, who can make trade, everything, all the policies are governed around money. Nobody cares for any God or good dealings or ethical ideas. Even that. Is it good for business? Okay, we're going to make the human rights. We're going to do democracy. If it's not good for business, we don't care. So we must understand that some of the things that are mentioned in the Shastra are not applicable in Kali Yuga. In order to understand what to do in Kali Yuga, you must go to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna appeared again 500 years ago to explain what to do in Kali Yuga. And the Srimad Bhagavatam also, Bhagavad Gita also has been given so we can understand very clearly. And only one thing is emphasized in Lord Chaitanya's teachings. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam kalo nastiva 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 gatiranyata. Simply chant Hare Krishna and become a bhakta. See, Srila Prabhupada didn't come to teach us Jnana Yoga, Hatha Yoga and this and so many things, Varnashram system even. He came to teach us that you are constitutionally eternal servant of Krishna, and by serving Krishna, all your yoga, all your knowledge, everything is brought to perfection. This shloka here that Prabhupada quotes, very important shloka. Devarishi, what is it? Devarishi bhutapta narnam pitarnam nakin karonayam nani charajan sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam gatamukundam parihartya kartam. See, so externally it seems like Prabhupada is denying the instruction of Arjuna, because Arjuna says, oh, this should be done. Pitris, the ancestors, they should be satisfied with the offerings of Pinda. But Prabhupada is quoting from the Srimad Bhagavatam that no, if you surrender to Krishna, you dedicate your life to Krishna, then all your debts, whatever debts you have, that is all forgiven. Because just like watering the root of a tree satisfy all the branches and flowers and the branches of the tree, similarly, by serving Krishna, all living entities, even the demigods are satisfied. So there is no need separately. Try. We don't have time for this gradual elevation of the society. First of all, worship the ancestors, worship the... Now everything is topsy-turvy. Kalo Shudra Sambhava. First of all, the Brahmanas are missing. The teachers of Vedic knowledge. The Vedas might be there. You might study, you might learn Sanskrit. But you're not the Brahmin. All these so-called scholars, Sanskrit scholars, he's reading the four Vedas and then smoking big cigar and going to a prostitute. So what he can understand about the Vedas? When he reads the Vedas, immediately his eyes go to the, samsaras. Sorry, what is it?
Samskaras.
No. Apsaras. Apsara brings you to samsara. Apsaras, the heavenly beauties, how you can enjoy very beautiful angelic women. That's what they're interested in. Just like these sajias also. They skip all Bhagavad Gita, nectar of devotion, what the acharyas recommend, all the rules. They go immediately, rasa lila. Because sex life. They think it is not this mundane sex life with Krishna, Radharani, gopis, they do. This is a very elevated topic. You have no idea. This is transcendental, free from any sort of lust. But it resembles mundane affairs. That's why these rascals, they go. Just like lusty persons. They're always attracted to sex life. So their attention, their study, their focus is misdirected. Without understanding the essence, they go to the details. And being attracted to the flowery language of the Vedas, they're simply increasing their lust. They're simply increasing. You can decrease, that is the nivritti portion of the Vedas, or you can increase pravritti. You see, so we should not increase, we should decrease. And for that reason, we must accept a spiritual master, understand the Vedas from him. And the spiritual master will teach us the essence of the Vedas, just like Krishna says, Vedasya saramaham vedyam, is to understand Krishna. Understand Krishna, become his devotee, serve him, everything. Very nicely. So then there's no need of this. And actually Krishna also, he tells him, because Arjuna gives all these arguments. What about the women? What about the ancestors? What about the unwanted population? What about this killing of my teacher? What about killing my grandfather? Or my family members? So many arguments. He even says parampara. He's quoting parampara. This is disciplic succession. Krishna, what are you doing? This has never been done in our tradition. Killing one's family, what are you on about? And Krishna is simply insisting you break all these rules. Break them. Because I am the supreme authority. I am God. Krishna is the supreme Lord. If you don't satisfy Krishna, maya pratagyanam, then all your following everything is simply niyamagraha. Following the rules and regulations simply for the sake of following without understanding the purpose of regulations. So we must understand what we can learn from this shloka is that sex life is meant for this purpose. That if a child becomes a devotee, he doesn't have to offer any pinda. Sometimes devotees, they do this shraddha ceremony and this. This is not necessary. Prabhupada says very clearly, one who is engaged in the devotional life is not required to perform such actions. If you follow the acharya, you will never be bewildered. If you don't have faith in the acharya, Prabhupada, then you go on performing shraddha for no reason, satisfying, the sentiments of some ritualistic people. So it's not necessary. But if your child, if you bring him to perfection, if you with kindness and love, not by force, you cannot force Krishna consciousness by violence or by beating. No, you must inspire. You must show the example. If you're a rascal, if you're smoking, drinking and doing all kinds of nonsense, don't expect your child to be a Vaishnava, because the children, they imitate. You must be acharya. Even a grihastha becomes an acharya for his own children. You must show the example. That responsibility to others is always there. We must take that responsibility. If you don't preach, okay, go marry, have family, but again, you preach to your family. Preaching somehow or other must be there. See, Krishna is so kind. He says, anyone who is preaching, there is no one more dear to me than him. So, in this way, you are all dear to Krishna. Because as a householder, you're also preaching to your children. As a brahmachari, you go out, you on Sankirtan, everybody give. Those who say, oh, preaching is not my thing. You're a fool, you don't understand, you're outside. You're not in Krishna consciousness. You must preach. This is natural for the devotee. If he's experiencing anything in this Krishna consciousness, naturally he wants to share it with others. It might not be so easy. That's another thing. But he must have that desire. This is natural for any sensible human being. He must share what he has learned. And especially if it's so valuable as Krishna consciousness. So if the child becomes perfect, you might not be perfect. You might fall down from brahmacharya. You marry and become entangled in material life. That's okay. But invest whatever you have in your children. Give them this Krishna consciousness. Don't deny them. We have this nice temple here. You can send your children here to get trained. Let them grow up, whatever. But inspire them. They would enjoy so much. Simply chanting, dancing, taking nice prasadam, studying nice literatures. Maybe they have to grow up a little bit. But yeah. And if you send them to school, what they're going to learn? In a regular school. What we have learned in our schools? What did you learn, Dhananjaya? In the Karmi school?
Karmi school?
Yeah. Give me some example. Some very great science.
How to roll a joint.
How to roll a joint. See? Maitreya, what you have learned in school?
Nothing too valuable.
Nothing too valuable. See? Simply nonsense. How to roll a joint. How to have sex life. How to do all kinds of raskodam, demonic things. This is what you learn in school. What the teacher says, all this nonsense, data, nobody pays attention. You just cram everything, then before the exam you write, then you forget everything at the same time. But rolling joints and this and that, you learn for life. It's so difficult to give up these habits later on. Better that the children are taught how to be devotees. And then if they are getting this education early in the childhood, just like Prahlad Maharaj says, from the early childhood they should be educated. Then they will become very good devotees for life. And they'll become good preachers. And when they leave their body, they will go back home, back to Godhead. And they will pull you out from wherever you are, in whatever hellish planet you are. They will pull you out and bring you back home, back to Godhead with them. So this is the purpose of sex life. If you think that sex life is for sense gratification, you have a lot to learn. Everything is full of responsibility, everything, every action. So we must follow this very strictly. Questions? Yes?
You said this thing that the preaching, the responsibility must always be there, whether you preach to like people who come to you for teaching or your family members also. So what? But I didn't quite understand the why for why the responsibility must always be there.
Because you're a human being. That is the distinction between you and an animal. Animal doesn't care. Someone is suffering. The dog is, oh, who cares? Sometimes they eat their own children. A tiger eats their own children. Did you know that? A tiger eats the cubs eats when he's hungry. So a human being, when he sees others are suffering, he wants to help. This is a natural instinct of a human being. So if you understand that without Krishna consciousness there is nothing but suffering, then you must preach. Preaching doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give classes and you have to write books and become great acharya. Simply giving a little card, simply do a little tagging. Just like we have so many nice friends, they tag every day. Every day, John and Gemma and all these nice, Patricia, Marine. They have understood immediately. Oh, let me call my friends, let me tag them. And very patiently, every day, they tagging. This is a devotional service. This is digital, I call it digital Sankirtan. See, they do digital Sankirtan. Just like you distributing books, they calling people, come and hear Bhagavad. That is also book distribution. Because his friend, he's going to click, he's going to see this stupid face, Purujit, and before he swipes, at least 1 or 2 words I read to him from Bhagavatam. So he get to hear the Bhagavatam. You reading the books, maybe he will never open the book, he will throw it in the garbage immediately. But these the taggers, they bring people in and they immediately hear. There's an immediate book distribution. Digital Sankirtan, immediate book distribution. So, if you want to preach, Krishna will arrange for you. In whatever circumstance, you can preach. He will give you opportunity. So Nanda says, Prabhuji, material school teaching is useless because in the end of our life, we need Krishna consciousness. Yes. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tyajate ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti konteya saratat bhava bhavita. Whatever state of being you contemplate at the time of death, that sort of body you will get next. So if you're learning nonsense, economy and rubbish, how to have homosex, the signs of homosex, then you become a monkey in your next life. And if you think of Krishna, you go back home, back to Godhead, Goloka Vrindavan. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you so much. Krantarat Shrimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nidai Gora Premanandi. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gorik. Hare Krishna, Gorik. Thank you. Thank you for the stars again. Sherry, wonderful. Sherry Marine. All right, Hare Krishna. Take care, Prabhus, Mataji's. We'll see you tomorrow.